In the heart of Zomé village, twins Kofi and Akua uncover their extraordinary powers, transforming from feared outcasts to celebrated heroes as they confront a powerful shadow beast. Alongside their newfound friend Amma, a young healer, they embark on a journey filled with ancient temples, mysterious prophecies, and a destiny that could change the world. The villagers' growing support and the trio's unbreakable bond provide a moving backdrop to their adventures, promising twists and heartwarming moments that will keep you captivated. The sun was setting over the small African village of Zomé, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. Zomé was a peaceful village with friendly people, but there was one thing that made everyone uneasy. It was the twins, Kofi and Akua. Kofi and Akua were different. They were born under a strange full moon, and ever since they were babies, odd things happened around them. As they grew older, the villagers became more and more afraid. Some believed the twins had special powers, others thought they were cursed. One day, while Kofi and Akua were playing near the river, they found a peculiar-looking stone. It was shiny and colorful, like nothing they had ever seen before. The moment they touched it, a sudden gust of wind swept through the village, knocking down several huts and scaring the animals. The villagers gathered in the square to discuss what happened. Old Nana, the village elder, said, "This is no ordinary stone. It has awakened the powers within the twins. We must be careful." Fear spread through the crowd like wildfire. That night, Kofi and Akua couldn't sleep. They kept hearing whispers, but they didn't know where they were coming from. "Kofi, do you hear that?" Akua asked, her eyes wide with fear. Kofi nodded. "Yes, it's like the wind is talking to us." The next morning, the twins decided to visit Nana. They wanted answers. "Nana, what's happening to us?" Kofi asked. Nana looked at them with kind but worried eyes. "You two are special. The stone you found has given you powers, but you must learn to control them." Nana decided to teach the twins about their powers. She told them stories of ancient times when people with similar abilities protected the village from danger. "You must use your powers for good," she said. "But be careful. If misused, they can bring great harm." As days passed, Kofi and Akua practiced their powers. They could move things with their minds, talk to animals, and even make plants grow faster. But the villagers remained afraid. They avoided the twins and whispered behind their backs. One afternoon, a group of children dared each other to sneak into the twins' house. "I bet you won't do it," one boy said. But when they got close, a strong wind blew them back, and they ran away screaming. The story spread, and the villagers' fear grew even more. Despite the fear, a few brave villagers believed in the twins. Mama Essie, a kind woman who sold fruits in the market, often brought them food. "Don't worry, my children," she said. "Not everyone is afraid." One day, a great danger came to Zomé. A wild lion wandered into the village, roaring and causing chaos. The villagers were terrified and didn't know what to do. "Help us, Kofi and Akua," Mama Essie cried. The twins knew this was their chance to prove themselves. They held hands and concentrated. Slowly, the lion calmed down and lay quietly at their feet. The villagers watched in awe as Kofi and Akua led the lion back to the forest. After that day, the villagers' fear started to fade. They began to see Kofi and Akua as protectors rather than something to be afraid of. But not everyone was convinced. A man named Kwame, who had always been jealous of the twins' powers, plotted against them. Kwame spread rumors, saying the twins had bewitched the lion and that their powers were dangerous. "We must get rid of them," he told anyone who would listen. Some villagers started to doubt the twins again, and tension grew in the village. One night, while everyone was asleep, Kwame set fire to the twins' house. The flames quickly spread, and the twins woke up coughing from the smoke. "We have to get out," Kofi shouted. They used their powers to put out the fire, but their house was destroyed. The villagers gathered around the ruins of the house, murmuring and casting suspicious glances at the twins. Mama Se stepped forward. This was no accident, she said. Someone is trying to harm these children. Nana called for a meeting in the village square. We must find out who did this, she said. The twins have proven their worth. They saved us from the lion. We owe them our trust. The villagers agreed, and an investigation began. It didn't take long to find out Kwame was behind the fire. He was brought to the village square to face the twins and the rest of the village. Why did you do this? Nana asked. Kwame hung his head in shame. I was jealous, he admitted. I thought if I got rid of the twins, I would be the most powerful in the village. The villagers were furious, but Kofi and Akua stepped forward. We forgive you, Akua said softly. But you must promise never to harm anyone again. Kwame nodded, tears streaming down his face. I promise, he said. With the danger behind them, the twins continued to learn and grow. They helped the villagers in many ways, using their powers to heal the sick, bring rain during droughts, and protect the village from wild animals. Slowly, they earned the trust and respect of everyone in Zomé. But the whispers didn't stop completely. Some still feared the unknown, and the twins knew they had to be careful. They continued to work hard, hoping one day the entire village would fully accept them. One day, while Kofi and Akua were playing near the river again, they saw a strange old man. He was dressed in tattered clothes and looked very tired. Help me, he said weakly. The twins brought the old man to their home and gave him food and water. Who are you? Kofi asked. The old man smiled. I am Adu, the guardian of the stone you found. It has chosen you for a great purpose. Adu explained that the stone had given the twins their powers for a reason. There is a great darkness coming, he said. Only you can stop it. But you must be brave and wise. The twins listened carefully, understanding the gravity of their responsibility. We will do our best, Akua said, determination in her voice. Adu stayed with them, teaching them more about their powers and how to use them wisely. The twins trained hard, knowing they had a big task ahead. The villagers watched with a mix of awe and fear, not fully understanding the significance of what was happening. One evening, Adu gathered the twins and the villagers. The darkness is near, he warned. We must all be united to face it. The villagers, though still somewhat fearful, trusted Adu and the twins. They prepared for the coming battle, gathering supplies and strengthening their defenses. As the darkness approached, strange things began to happen. The animals in the forest grew restless, the winds became erratic, and a sense of unease spread through Zomé. The twins stood at the forefront, ready to protect their home. The night the darkness arrived was one no one would ever forget. A thick, black fog rolled into the village, and shadowy figures emerged from it. The villagers, though scared, stood together, led by the twins and Adu. Kofi and Akua used their powers to fight the shadows, but they were strong and relentless. The battle was intense, with flashes of light and darkness clashing. The villagers helped as best they could, fighting bravely alongside the twins. Just when it seemed the shadows would overwhelm them, Kofi and Akua remembered the stone. They held it together, concentrating all their energy. A brilliant light burst from the stone, driving the shadows back and finally banishing the darkness. The villagers cheered, their fear replaced by gratitude and admiration. Kofi and Akua had saved their village, proving once and for all that they were heroes, not something to be feared. However, the battle had taken its toll. Kofi and Akua were exhausted, their powers drained. Adu helped them back to their home, where they rested and recovered. The villagers, now united by the experience, took turns bringing food and gifts to the twins, showing their appreciation and support. The days that followed were peaceful. The village thrived, and the bonds between the villagers grew stronger. Kofi and Akua continued to use their powers for good, helping their community in countless ways. They had become the heart of Zomé, loved and respected by all. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Adu gathered everyone in the square. "Tonight, we celebrate the bravery and kindness of Kofi and Akua," he announced. "They have taught us that true power lies in using our gifts to help others." The villagers cheered and danced, celebrating their heroes. Kofi and Akua felt a sense of belonging and happiness they had never experienced before. They knew they had found their place in the world, and that together, they could face any challenge. As the celebration continued, Adu pulled the twins aside. "There is still much to learn," he said. "Your journey is not over. The world is full of wonders and dangers, and you have a role to play in it." Kofi and Akua nodded, understanding that their adventure was just beginning. They had faced their fears and earned the trust of their village, but there were many more mysteries to uncover and challenges to overcome. The next day, Adu prepared to leave the village. "I must continue my journey," he told the twins. "But I will always be watching over you." Kofi and Akua hugged Adu, grateful for his guidance and wisdom. As Adu walked away, the twins felt a mix of sadness and excitement. They knew they had a great destiny ahead of them, and they were ready to face it together. With the support of their village and the lessons they had learned, they felt confident in their abilities and their future. The twins continued to grow and learn, using their powers to make the world a better place. They traveled to other villages, helping those in need and sharing their knowledge. Everywhere they went, they left a lasting impact, spreading hope and kindness. In one village, they met a young girl named Amma, who had a gift similar to theirs. She could heal with a touch, but she was afraid of her powers. "I don't want to hurt anyone," she told the twins. Kofi and Akua took Amma under their wing, teaching her how to control her abilities and use them for good. With their guidance, Amma became a skilled healer, bringing comfort and relief to many. The three of them formed a close bond, becoming a team that traveled from village to village, helping those in need and spreading hope. Their adventures were filled with excitement and danger, but they faced every challenge together, knowing they had each other's backs. One day, while traveling through a dense forest, they stumbled upon an ancient temple. The walls were covered in mysterious symbols, and the air was thick with magic. "This place feels powerful," Akua said, her eyes wide with wonder. The temple held many secrets, including a hidden chamber filled with ancient artifacts. Among them was a scroll that spoke of a great prophecy. "Three heroes will rise to face the darkness and bring light to the world," Kofi read aloud. Realizing they were the heroes mentioned in the prophecy, the trio vowed to continue their journey, uncovering the secrets of the past and preparing for the challenges ahead. They knew their mission was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever came their way. As they left the temple, they felt a renewed sense of purpose. The world was full of wonders and dangers, but they had the power to make a difference. Together, they would bring light to even the darkest corners, proving that true strength lies in unity and kindness. Their journey continued, filled with adventures and discoveries. Each village they visited welcomed them with open arms, grateful for their help and inspired by their bravery. The legend of the twins and their young companion, Amma, spread far and wide, becoming a beacon of hope for many. As they traveled, they learned more about their powers and the ancient magic that connected them. They discovered that their abilities were not just gifts, but responsibilities. They were meant to protect and heal, to bring balance to a world often filled with chaos and fear. One evening, as they set up camp by a clear, sparkling river, they reflected on their journey. "We've come so far," Amma said, her eyes shining with gratitude. "But there's still so much to do." Kofi and Akua nodded, feeling the weight of their mission but also the joy of knowing they were making a difference. "We'll keep going," Kofi said. "Together, we can face anything." The story of the twins and Amma continued, filled with new challenges, friendships, and discoveries. They faced many dangers, but their bond and determination never wavered. They knew that their journey was part of a larger destiny, one that would shape the future of their world. With each step, they grew stronger and wiser, ready to face whatever lay ahead. And as they traveled, they carried with them the love and support of their village, knowing they were never truly alone. Their story was one of courage, kindness, and the unbreakable bond between them. It was a story that would be told for generations, inspiring others to believe in the power of unity and the importance of using one's gifts for good. Their journey was far from over, and many more chapters awaited them. With each challenge they faced and each friend they made, they knew they were on the path to fulfilling their destiny, bringing light to a world that desperately needed it. And so, the story of Kofi, Akua, and Amma continued, a testament to the power of love, courage, and the unbreakable bonds that connect us all. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey with Kofi, Akua, and Amma. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more adventures, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about your favorite part, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us create more exciting stories just for you.